Hi everyone, Carter Krishnaiyer for the Kingfisher on Beyond the 90. Miami FC, despite dominating the first 45 minutes of play tonight, they only got a lone goal. Bonfilio with another goal. He's Johnny on the spot. I think that's 9 in all competitions for him. But Miami FC gets that lone goal in the first half in which they dominated. Birmingham Legion come back and get 2 goals in the second half, and they run out 2-1 winners at Southgate Kia Field at Pitbull Stadium. So disappointing result for Miami FC, and I think a very disappointing performance in the second half. So what did we like tonight? Obviously, Bonfilio gets another goal. I like the fact that on set pieces, Jonathan Ricketts was able to get himself into advantageous positions. I think the center back pairing of Bolu and of Dalton Knutson were good enough on most nights. What did I not like? I think after halftime, you saw a team that is very, very technical. They're one of the most technical teams in the USL Championship, but they're also one of the least athletic teams in the USL Championship. And the lack of athleticism and the lack of legs from some of these guys in the heat and humidity of Southeast Florida over the summer is going to really hurt, which is why I think Gaston Mondoni probably learned a lot about his squad tonight, that you're going to have to rotate more. Maybe you're going to have to make some substitutions earlier. Maybe you're going to have to think about matches at home on the turf at Southgate Kia Field, playing some different guys than you would play away from home or that you would play during the course of the rest of the season. Because, frankly, Lucas Milano showed me nothing today. He was way kind of off in terms of his pace, and I think you saw that the fitness levels weren't high enough for this humidity. I think obviously the midfield, Mercado and Romero, had their moments in the first half, but they faded as the match went on. And on the Birmingham side, we're looking at a team that Mark Briggs has already kind of overhauled, right? You get in a guy like Edwin Lasso, really quality player they brought in from Tulsa a week ago. He, to me, was the best player on the pitch today on either team. The second best player would probably have been either Tyler Pasher, who got the goal for the first goal and set up that second goal for Birmingham, a really good player, Canadian international, or would have been Sebastian Blanco, who had another really good game today. So he's coming into his own, right? The former MLS DP, the former best 11 player in MLS. But I think you saw on counterattacks, you saw in open play in the second half, Birmingham had more legs, they had better legs. Now let's get to Bill Hamid's mistake. Uncharacteristic mistake, but it was a horrible mistake at that, right? I mean, I felt like Michael Lawrence gave the ball away. Mikey Lawrence made 2 big mistakes in this match after coming on, although he also, I have to say, created 1 or 2 good chances. Maybe the best chances at the second half. So, because Miami FC wasn't in the match in the second half at all. And the substitutes didn't add much. Gavilanes didn't add what I expected him to add. And Celeste, nothing really from him. Verone, very little. But Hamid's mistake was costly, right? So Lawrence gives the ball away. Pasher puts a shot on goal. Hamid should be an easy save, fairly routine save. Spills it. Ronaldo Damus, who has not played particularly well this season, he's not at the level he was a season ago with Colorado Springs, but he's a striker, he's a goal poacher. He's always going to get to that ball first. He reacts before Dalton Knutson or Jonathan Ricketts can react, which he's going to. That's what poachers do. He gets the goal, and that's the match, right? Miami FC really doesn't create good enough chances even after that. So it's a setback. A team that had gone 5 unbeaten in all competitions prior to that, prior to this match, and had really felt like they were climbing the table in the Eastern Conference. as I said, Mark Briggs has already sort of overhauled this Birmingham team. I mentioned, obviously, Lasso comes in. Centeno comes in. I thought he played pretty well today. This was his first game. Cameron Lacey, a player I rate really highly, who I was surprised was available, got signed also this week by Birmingham. He dressed today. He didn't play, but I think he's going to contribute. So I think Birmingham Legion are going to be around in this Eastern Conference race. Right now, we have 8 spots for 9 or 10 teams, right? I mean, that's what we've got, right? In terms of the Eastern Conference. The concerns for Miami is this was the 5th home loss in the league, right? Miami has 5 losses at home already this season. 3 of the losses, Tampa Bay, that's their only win of the season. Birmingham and Indy are against teams you're directly competing with for a playoff spot, because those are 3 of the worst teams right now in the Eastern Conference, or those 3 teams. Although, again, I think Birmingham has brought in the reinforcements to where I would put them above Indy, and I would put them above Tampa Bay. Well, I'd put everyone above Tampa Bay right now, but I would put Birmingham above them because of some of the guys they brought in. Cameron Lacey, Lasso, Centeno, those 3 guys, in addition to Mark Briggs being their coach. But difficult loss. This will teach Gaston Madone a little bit about squad management. You have to learn this stuff, right? It's not something that he would have known before. So I do kind of give him a pass for it. But when you have a team that's been built around their technical ability, and I think Miami's going to win a lot of games this season, a lot more games because of the technique, having far more technical players and skilled players, skilled players on the ball, really good ball strikers. Every set piece opportunity for Miami is dangerous because they have such good ball strikers. When you have that, you're going to win a lot of matches maybe you shouldn't win. And when you don't have the athleticism that basically everybody else does in this league, you're going to lose some matches at home during the summer that maybe you should win. And today might have been an example of that.